Hey, what's up? How you doing? You looking fine. Holy shit, you grew.
Height. It's like a thing. Can you reach a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch without standing on your tippy toes? Are you tall enough to not look like a short king? Or are you short enough to fit in a box to ship across the world? Height is superficial and stupid. The only time it matters is if you're Buddy the elf. Look at this dude. He can't shower properly because the shower is tiny and he's so big. It's iconic. Does anyone even care about height? Like actually, God knows I'm averagely sized. I am an average at best sized boy, and I am proud. Who cares about your tall kings or your short kings? Where are your average kings? The ones that are just perfectly fine being 5'9". I got bars all day, man. Now imagine if height was actually that big a deal. Imagine if it affected every single waking moment of your life, like that intro of Elf. Imagine if you were oppressed and judged because you're freakishly tall giant. Imagine if you were a towering monster. These are things that Tall Girl just doesn't do. Tall Girl is a 2019 infection starring a very slightly tall woman. This is a movie that spread all over Twitter like a plague. It was just everywhere, and oh god, oh geez, it killed my mom. It's just so bad. This is one of those teen movies that is just too serious for its own good. It could be memey or self-aware or like just not boring, but it's drab. It's a meme for the wrong reasons. The girl is tall and she legitimately feels oppressed because of that.
You think your life is hard? I'm a high school junior wearing size 13 Nikes. Men's size 13 Nikes. Beat that.
I have cancer.
Like, shut up, look at your house, girl. Look how big your house is. How the hell are you oppressed? Now, you might be asking, what geniuses would make such an amazing movie a thing? Who are the people that created this? Well, you got a director who's only made Lifetime movies, and a producer with the name of a fast food company. This movie is fast food. It's fat, it's fatty fat, and nothing but fat. It's so artificial, so superficial, it just doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The main girl, Jodie, feels like she has no place in the world at all because she's so tall, aka slightly taller than average. This is over dramatized so hard that you're like, wait, really? This is your plot? This is seriously your plot? You're such a dumb movie. If this movie wasn't serious, it would be so much better. If it was actually comical or like a parody, if the dumb premise was actually good, it could be so funny. So the film begins with an introduction to Jodie's height. She flirts with this one dude and he's like, let's grab a coffee. But she stands up and he's like, oh god, oh geez, no. They basically stole Call Me Carson's joke. I can't believe that. Yo, Carson, sue this movie, dude. Now, this could have been so funny. Imagine if when this girl stood up, she's like actually like super tall, like her head hit the ceiling and lights broke or something. That would have been hilarious. Imagine if when she stood up, she just like extended like a curtain pole. That would have been amazing. Like, how did this dude not know that she was this tall? Height isn't only just in the legs, it's also in the torso. He could have seen it while she was sitting. Her legs don't go all the way up. I mean, we don't know if they do. I wonder. So this girl's name is Jodie, which is a boring name for a movie about a main character being tall. They should have given her such an ironic name like Shorty or Shrimp or Stretch. Oh my god, imagine if her name was Stretch. That would be comedy gold. We meet Stretch's family. They have a big rich house and the dad is from Diva Wimpy Kid. I love that guy. Here we get to see how Stretch's sister is conventionally attractive. Her mom like pushes her to be a pageant child. Stretch is like, my sister is hot and I'm not. It's not fair. But you'd think like towards the end of this movie, this would create some like bond between sisters. One where like the sis talks about, oh, mom's always forcing me to do this stuff and I just want to chill out and be a normal person like you. But yeah, I'm not normal, I'm tall. You know, like some kind of cliche in this movie. But no, that doesn't really happen. This movie doesn't even have basic cliches. Instead, it has nothing at all. It's a movie about a tall girl, yet its substance is so short. You'll also notice how basic this entire movie is shot, with zero personality. Why is there so much space above this girl's head? This is such a dumb choice. She seems average height at best. We as a viewer would feel that she's actually taller if like the massive air around her head wasn't so high. Imagine if throughout the movie her height is so exaggerated in each frame, like you only see her mouth. That would be so funny. I get that I'm asking way too much of this bad movie, but yo, hey Netflix, hit me up if you like need people. I got you, dude. So we see how Stretch has like this boy guy friend who has a crush on her, but she doesn't want to date him because he's short. Yeah, they did it, folks. They really did it. Also, think of a tall person joke. think of the most classic joke that you would think of in like a Sunday newspaper comic, like little funnies, but something that would never be said in the actual real world.
Well, how's the weather up there?
How is the weather up there is a joke genuinely made in this movie. They say it like a genuine thing, a real joke, a real insult, multiple times, and it hurts my brain. This shouldn't be real writing. How out of touch with high school do you have to be to think anyone would say this and be serious about it? Stretch sees that there's a new foreign kid in class who is also tall, and this becomes a plot. This is the entire plot. She has a crush on him and wants to date him. That's the rest of the movie. She has a crush on him, short kid is jealous, tall guy moves in with short guy, how convenient. Stretch calls on the aid of her sister for like tips on how to woo him, I think. She then gets a prank call with someone having the voice of the foreign guy, and it makes her so mad she explodes. Short guy boosts foreign guy's confidence by calling him hot straight to his face. This dude is like throughout the entire movie just trying to mess with Stretch's crush, and it's kind of mean. He's not really a good guy, and yet he gets his crush by the end. It's not fair. The dad from Diver Wimpy Kid throws a tall person party. Okay, so like the dad is like the best part of this entire movie. He's not as crazy in other movies as like he is in this, but he's so charming no matter what. He's the only character in this movie that is actually funny. He overcompensates and overly worries about his daughter's height. It's really, really good. That's about it. So eventually Stretch and this tall foreign guy flirt and stuff. She goes over to watch musicals with him, which is also at the crush kid's house, which is, that's convenient. Eventually they leave and they kiss, which is drama because there's this one girl that bullies Stretch and she's kind of dating the foreign guy out of like nowhere. Okay, so like foreign guy is a nice guy, but randomly he's not. Throughout the entire movie, he's randomly nice and randomly bad, and never stops going back and forth until eventually short guy attempts to kill him with a milk crate. But even that kid sucks because he talks to the foreign guy in private and tries to convince him to not go out with the tall girl. He tries to convince him to like ignore Stretch and be mean to her. So how are we supposed to root for either of these dudes when both of them are so bad? This leads for Stretch to constantly get bullied and hurt by the people that she actually cares about. The only one not hurting her is her friend, but she doesn't really have a character. She just exists to yell at people and move the plot along and like give feelings to the audience very, very slightly. At one point, Stretch makes foreign kid jealous by kissing another guy. They plan to go on a date to her sister's pageant, but he stands her up. This leads for the short guy to get mad, and luckily recorded with incredibly high camera quality. Also, side note that this short king has been dating someone too, like during this entire movie. So like he sabotaged Stretch's crush, but yet he's been dating someone himself? He really just sucks. He just sucks, dude. Like after the party, he even sneaks into Stretch's room and stares at her and touches her, but luckily she punches him in the throat. Punch harder next time, please just punch harder. She watches the video of the kid acting like a white knight when literally he is the one that caused most of these issues. Like what the heck? He's the one that caused all of this. And Stretch cries with a single tear. At homecoming, foreign guy and that bully girl get crowned king and queen. Everyone then dances to like my favorite song in the world. Hell yeah, I love this song.
Stinky poop. Poopies, funny poopies.
Foreign guy then finally snapped out of his crazy trance and finally realizes how poopy he's being. Simultaneously, how do you even spell that? Simon Twangius Stretch goes up on stage and the DJ just stops the music. Wait, why? That's not your job. Your job is to play the music, play my songs, do your job. So on stage, Stretch says some monologue while looking like George Washington. She says this long stuff about how she's always picked on and stuff, and just because of that, everyone loves her and cheers. Wow. That was easy. Can we get a button press? Press that button, dude. Then outside, she turns down foreign guy and meets up with the short kid. Short kid has an apple crate and kisses her by standing on it. He Tom Cruises. He literally pulls a Tom Cruise just to kiss her. It's dumb. He did not deserve her. He didn't defend her honor. He caused most of the mentalities and fed into everything. This movie is so incredibly dumb, so incredibly contradicting and poopy pants. Every single person in this movie is a bully. Everyone except her sister and her friend, but they don't even have characters. By the end of this movie, it just fakes that like this fake earned arc is that everyone accepts her, and that's so out of nowhere. The people in this movie are written like aliens, and it's awful. The ending line is just, oh, it's so bad. Just listen to it.
We have two choices.
We can lay low, or we can stand tall.
Shut up. The movie is shot like garbage, written like trash, and overall an unintentional meme. God, I hate this movie for how drab and offensive it is to like everyone with a thought process. You could say that I cut this movie down to size. There you go, I got better jokes in the movie. This movie is just absolutely terrible, and I shouldn't be going so crazy over it, but God, something about it is just so offensive on how inoffensive it is. It could have been funny, it could have been a really stupid meme, it could have been like really over the top, a big parody. Just imagine if she was actually like freakishly tall. Imagine if she was like in school and like they had to cut a hole in the ceiling and that's the only way she could go to school and stuff and like sit down. That would have been so funny. Why don't we have scenes like that in this movie? Oh wait, we don't, because it's a high school movie made by people who don't know what high school is like. If you want a movie that shows you what high school is like, watch Booksmart. That's a good movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a really great movie. I'm your average king and I'm signing off.